All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we have some very, very good news as Errol Spence Jr. is making public appearances again, or putting out a lot of videos and telling people exactly what kind of shape he is ahead of his return. Also have some information around Terrence Crawford that we're going to talk about in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite fighters and one of my least favorite fighters. Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. Let's take it back a bit. As Errol Spence Jr. has been rumored not to be returning to boxing anymore. People don't know what he's doing, but he's been releasing a lot of pics of himself with his shirt off, playing with his kids, all kind of different things where you can clearly see that he is in terrific physical shape. And I'm being told that Errol Spence Jr. is returning to the sport of boxing. I want to analyze that in this video, and I want to make a prediction in this video because I have long said, and I still maintain, that God don't like ugly. And I am going to speak as openly as I possibly can. I think that Errol Spence Jr. was cheated against Terrence Crawford, not just cheated in some way inside the ring. I'm saying that the situation that he was put in with Terrence Crawford manipulated that situation terribly. And I believe he manipulated it terribly in several ways, not just with his money, the timing. Also, while Errol is sitting and waiting on him, he knows that he's timing Errol out. He knew that Errol hadn't been fighting. He knows what's going on with Errol. And not only was he probably already good enough to beat Errol, but he and his team did things to exacerbate and take advantage of those things. Errol, on the other hand, had suffered from his own mistakes for a very long time. Drinking when he shouldn't have been drinking as a professional athlete. I personally think that he made a lot of mistakes by refusing to take step-up fight or to take tune-up fights. But at the end of the day, that fight took place. Terrence Crawford won in dramatic fashion. Errol Spence Jr. lost in what to some people would be humiliating fashion, even though to him, man, he doesn't look like he's humiliated at all. He looks like, hey, man, he jumped up like he lost, said he lost, took his loss like a man and kept it pushing. He didn't jump out into the ring. He didn't jump right back into the ring, into another fight, ready to prove himself. No, he said, hey, man, I'm going to take some time off. I'm going to get my whole body together, and he can afford to do it, seeing as he earned $20 million or however much money he made in that fight, a ton of it because the fight did well. He got his financial windfall. Now it's like, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? I'm telling you right now that I think that Errol Spence Jr. is going to get the last laugh on Terrence Crawford. Mark my words. Now, this is not my usual type of video that I do. This is just a straight up and down opinion video. The way life goes, the way life happens, people get their comeuppance. Terrence Crawford, and I was not on the bandwagon of saying this stuff at the time after that fight because I thought it was bad timing. It might still be bad timing coming out of my mouth. But there was a channel that is no longer on YouTube, went by the name of Ross. He and 2 Cent chronicled Terrence Crawford's career, chronicled his problems with his blowing up in his gloves, chronicled his massive weight gain, chronicled his association with Victor Conte, who Victor Conte is definitely one of the most well-known steroid cheat people in boxing. You documented the time delays. There's also documentation and rumors all over the place about other things that happened to Errol Spence Jr. in sparring that could have been related to, should we say, people that were spies in their camp. All kind of games being played. So With me seeing Errol Spence Jr. in the shape that he's in the mindset that he's in, not only is not only does he look like he's in good shape, he sounds like he's in good shape. When he was speaking before the Terrence Crawford fight, the week before the Terrence Crawford fight, the couple days, it sounded like he was doped. It sounded like he had literally his speech sounded slow, his eyes looked swollen. People cheated that man. If it wasn't Terrence Crawford specifically, and it probably wasn't Terrence Crawford specifically, other people cheated that man. He's going to get, and as long as Errol stays true to his cause, lets himself rest, puts himself in the best position he can be, he's going to get rewarded for what happened to him in that scenario. Same thing that I say that they did to Deontay Wilder. At the end of the day, Tyson Fury cheated that man. He did what he did. But if Deontay Wilder lives a righteous life and sets his mind forward and straight, he's going to get his reward, and Tyson Fury is going to get his. Because guess what? Tyson Fury, despite everything that he did, everybody knows that he's a drug cheat. Everybody knows that he's a cheater in the ring. And he turned around and he called himself the greatest heavyweight in all time, and turned around and got whooped by a guy he said was a middleweight. So I'm looking at Terrence Crawford going into this Canelo Alvarez fight. And in this video, I'm being very, very honest. Canelo Alvarez is going to outsmart him. Terrence Crawford thinks he has some type of advantage over Canelo Alvarez that is going to allow him to make this fight. All of this pressure on Eddie Reynoso that magically pops up about his about use of steroids in Eddie Reynoso's gym, all that is a way to try to intimidate Canelo Alvarez to not using something for that particular fight. Now, what I think is going to happen is I think Canelo Alvarez is going to beat Terrence Crawford, and he's probably going to beat Terrence Crawford. If not, I doubt he's going to beat him by knockout, because Canelo Alvarez has not come close to. I don't think Canelo Alvarez has done that in a while. I think the last knockout he might have had was Caleb Plant. But if Canelo Alvarez comes in and trains very, very seriously for this fight, man, you don't know what can happen to Terrence Crawford in this fight. And you don't know what can happen to Canelo in this fight. Because honestly, this fight looks to me like the battle of the scientists. Which one of the what big head scientists that's creating Terrence Crawford, and big head scientists that's creating turtleback Terrence Crawford and turtleback Canelo Alvarez is going to be the winner of those two that decide exactly, who's going to be the best that particular night. But I'm loving it. I see Errol doing well. The 154-pound division and the 160-pound division is very, very ripe. I hope that he comes back full strength. He sounds good. He looks good. He does not seem like he's somebody that is how can you say it? He's not a fading lily. He's not somebody that just because he lost one time, that hid away from the public, didn't say anything, kind of like Keyshawn Davis did after Keyshawn Davis embarrassed himself. Took a while for him to say something. I'm thoroughly convinced Errol's going to come back, and he's going to come back strong. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.